We rented an RV and traveled over 5,000 miles across the U.S. on our quest to the Pacific Northwest and more. This 2-week-long road trip adventure included 5 national parks. Tag along with us as we learn what it means to live the RV life.
So we made it to Yellowstone. Got here pretty early. Tracy's in there doing her ice bath. You guys can probably barely see her, but she's right there. Said the water's pretty warm, about 67 degrees, so still too cold for me. Beautiful morning though. Got in here right before sunrise, so hopefully we see some wildlife.
Of our Yellowstone trip. Little thermal feature.
First thermal feature of the day.
It's bubbling.
Yeah, the smell of sulfur used to, well, still brings us back memory of
Yellowstone memories.
Yeah, and also a lot of Iceland. But when we think of them in Iceland, it was a little overwhelming in some plots.
It was very overwhelming. Nice view. What you doing, buddy? Stumbled upon a coyote. Looks a little sick though, so we're not getting out. We're just looking at it. This is where the volcano was. Never been this close to a bear before. This is amazing. Little black bear. Guess it's not so little, but oh, this bear is not only making a commotion on the road, but both Bailey and Mojave are like, what the heck? No. This here is Gibbon Falls. Been here once before, last time we were here, but it's just as beautiful as it was last time.
ledge. You can walk all the way over down the edge. You might fall off. Well, I'm not sure where we are or what it's called, but I learned that about 10 million years ago, they said that a bunch of volcanoes were going off here, caused all of these
cliffs over here,
cliffs formations to
we'll
form. And man, it sure did make a beautiful landscape.
Sure did.
It's hard to tell probably, but you can see a thin layer that goes across all of them. And that thin layer is when the last volcanoes were going off. They said 10 million years ago, and then one went off 1 million years ago.
Wow, so we're due for another eruption, huh? That wouldn't be good.
Boom.
Hopefully it's not today. Maybe tomorrow. I got it, babe. I got it. Move your hand. Move your hand. We stopped in Lamar Valley. We're still going through it, but came across this valley that hundreds of bison. As far as you can see, all those little dots are bison. And over here, bison. It's crazy. Looks like Bailey's looking out at the bison as well. Well, I came down here closer to the bison. There's so many little babies. They're kind of hard to see, but there's one right there. We headed to a small town called Cook. Gonna see if we can get some lunch somewhere.
This is good food, so hopefully here.
Let's see. We secured the bag. Went to a gemstone store. They've always got some nice dinosaur fossils, so of course I had to get some dinosaur tooth. After we had lunch, we saw a fox trying to eat lunch himself as we headed back into the park. Okay guys, after 3 years waiting to come back to Yellowstone, we finally made it to the famous Mammoth Hot Springs. Here we go. Now these over here are all the dried up ones. They go through cycles of having water and being all dried up. Looks pretty cool. And then down there we've got some more. Working our way over. Alright y'all, this is our last campsite before we head back. We've got more campsites, but that's on the drive back down.
Yeah.
We're 20 minutes outside of Yellowstone, and It was first come, first served, so we were very surprised we got a spot, but it is Wednesday, so.
Yeah, they say that you have to worry about people here during the weekend and stuff like that, but only 17 spots, and we were able to get one of the best ones.
See Mojave?
Yeah, look at a little. She's a fan of the camp spot, that's for sure. There's Bailey.
Mojave's trying to go caving, but she can't go too far. Hey y'all, so we're at the Little Bighorn National Monument. We just checked out the visitor center and learned a lot in their museum, but we're driving around on this road that they have. You can walk part of it, but there's a drive that's open until 5:30, and there's graves everywhere. It's hard to see on here, but you can see like half a mile out there's graves just scattered everywhere.
Yeah.
On both sides.
Yeah, it's hard to see on the camera, but as far as you can see, you'll just see little
Peppered gravestones for U.S. 7th Cavalry soldier members that fell. Typically, it's in that exact spot where we're looking at one right now, and it says, "Here, show." Fell here.
Fell here.
That's the exact date the battle occurred. So, sombering place, but beautiful field or beautiful location.
Made it back to Wyoming. For the rest of the day, we hit the road and headed to Fort Collins, Colorado. We had one more stop to get a little hike in before we set up camp for the night. So, we've been driving about all day. Amari's been driving all day.
Yeah, I think we've gone so far about 9 hours.
Yeah, we're an hour away from our camp spot, so we stopped just to get a little hike on. So you can see it's very pretty. There's not a lot of stuff out here, but it's
A little north of Cheyenne.
Mojave's in my back.
Mojave's here.
She'll come out later. North of Cheyenne, Wyoming. Oh, good Bailey. She's happy. Oh, got stuck. Oh. Good girl. Come on. This way.
The biggest state, the biggest city in all of Wyoming.
The prairie dogs are yelling at her. Way back there. Come on, Bailey. Oh, going back in. If anybody's ever traveled to Wyoming, they've probably seen these on the side of the road. We thought they were for deer and elk and stuff like that, preventing it from going to the road, but we actually found out they're called snow fences.
Yeah, it seems that they are to prevent large snowdrifts from piling up on the roads, you know, mainly the interstates, things like that.
Whenever the wind carries the snow over, it hits these pieces of wood and stops the snow from going any further, and then it builds up right there.
It's pretty neat things. Gosh, look at this sunset and these beautiful,
Back there.
this big sky country that we're in. Good morning from colorful Colorado
Today we are starting our adventure in Fort Collins, just north of Denver. Yesterday we made it all the way from right outside of Yellowstone's north entrance all the way down here. About a 10.5 hour, 11-hour drive, nothing too crazy. And then today we're going to go from Fort Collins down to southern New Mexico to the Mescalero Sand Dunes. It's a place we've been before for hiking and, you know, some recreational fun, but we've never camped there before, so very excited for that. And that's going to be the last campsite of this adventure, so stick around for today, see what we get into. Right now, just out with our morning walk with Bailey. Take a look.
This here's Trinidad, Colorado, which, fun fact, we stopped here to get our marriage license last year before heading to Ridgway to get married. We then arrived to our last camp spot for the whole 2-week RV trip. We spent the evening gazing at the sunset, reflecting on the trip, and packing up the RV for dropping it off the next day. And Mojave. She ran after a jackrabbit. This is the destruction of trying to pack everything up.
Yeah, we had everything for 2 weeks, but turns out we brought way more than what we actually needed. We were ready for
A couple months.
yeah.
If you enjoyed the video, please take a moment to like, comment, and subscribe. Next week, we'll have our video of the adventure in Colorado. And please also check out past RV adventure videos.